right.
Go ahead, baby. Whenever you're ready.
Are you guys ready?
Let me get my water.
I'm
Ready.
up. I'm here.
All right, then let's do this,
Hold
baby.
on.
There you go.
Welcome to the next episode of Streamers Talk. I'm your main man, Sly Guy. Up above, we got the Faye, we got Rye, and we got Swiss Cheese, guys. Let's get ready for the next one. Did I do good?
You did wonderful.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, good. Yeah.
No, hey, wait, I got you.
Oh.
I got you.
Let me see.
What?
That is beautiful. Look at that. Oh my God, Swiss.
Look at this.
Damn.
The beard club.
Beard club.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
These thick brushes, even with stubble, okay?
Yeah, even with stubble, it feels so
this
good.
feels amazing on your skin.
Really?
It's like a horsehair brush, but it's.
Have you got
Mine's
two?
beard club though. Mine's legit.
Mine's.
Hey, Beard Club, we need a sponsorship
Club.
for Swiss, please. Facebook gaming has been, as much as we've had, you know, ups and downs with Facebook gaming, it was kind of a savior for me, man. Last year wouldn't have been the same without Facebook gaming, right? Facebook, the fact that Mixer shut down, all this emphasis and focus was put onto Facebook gaming. It was like a buzz, right? Everyone was buzzed, everyone was excited, everyone was jumping on there. You know, they even, at the time, Facebook decided to add the subcategory on the app, innit? Now gaming video is the middle icon. I was thinking, what the hell am I gonna do? Where am I going? And then boom, Facebook gaming was saved me. I was like, safe. Thank you.
So where did you start streaming on Facebook gaming?
I was creating content on YouTube first. I started seeing people streaming on YouTube, so I was like, okay, let me try streaming on YouTube. So I tried streaming on YouTube, tried streaming on Twitch, and wasn't getting anywhere. So that's when I started my Rye cognitive analytical processing. And when the Rye cognitive analytical processing happens, I know that's that's one hell of a sentence, but that is a thing.
That's a
Rye
title, my
cogniting.
man.
That is a thing.
Hey, wait. Let's acronym it. The RC. What is it? Rye cognitive. What? RC.
Analytical processing. P. RCAP.
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 The RCAP. Okay.
RCAP.
Hey, stop the
We'll
cap.
use it from now on.
Stop the cap. The Rye cap. Is that what this is? Are we doing the Rye cap right now?
This is the Rye
The
cap.
Rye
This is
cap.
the Rye cap. And that was it. When I put that on, as soon as I put that Rye cap
Oh
on,
my God.
I was like, right, I'm going to Facebook gaming, because I looked at everything to do with Mixer and, you know, it shutting down. I started looking at all these people that were crying because it shut down. And I was like, okay, let's try
I was one
it.
of them, by the way. I was one of them that cried.
Was you one of them? Yeah, you said in the last episode, right, that you and Trey was doing a collab thing, right? Tell me about
They
it. Man.
had something very good for them that they had that no other streaming platform has. So yeah, I was whining when they sold out.
And we looked. I'm telling you, we looked for that feature on every other platform before we made a choice.
What was the feature?
Honestly, it was called co-stream. It would literally, like, you see all four of our faces on one page, right? It would be
It would
all
do
four
that
of our
for you.
streams on one page. So if
Yeah.
a viewer came to your stream and we were co-streaming, anybody in your party of co-streamers would be visible on one page if they wanted it. So we could watch four different game
wow.
advantages.
And all they would have to do is just click the logo or just logo down the bottom of how many people's co-streaming. Click
Beautiful
it, they can
feature.
go to that chat.
Oh,
and
wow.
follow, and that's it. Yeah, it was beautiful.
So
Did you use Mixer?
okay, I didn't use Mixer at all. I didn't stream at all, and I started fresh on Facebook. And it took me a minute to choose though. So I came out fresh out the gate. Now I've made content before. I've made videos before for other people. I've made videos for myself. They're long gone on YouTube, and so I've got a lot of experience like filming and editing, like skateboarding, and grew up skateboarding. So that's where that comes into play. So, but I've always wanted to do the YouTube thing, like always.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, I was like, I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
I've been gaming my whole life, so I was like, you
Now-
know what? Fuck it. Like I'm gonna stream video games. So I was researching, like I always do, and then I'm like,
The Rye
Facebook
cap.
seems
The Rye cap.
The Rye cap.
Twitch is a fantastic platform, but there's no discoverability, like organic discoverability, other than me going into the browse feature and looking for someone specifically or a game, right? We all know that. And then YouTube is amazing, but Their
Mm.
algorithm is extremely hard to like figure out. Now, Facebook algorithm's not really hard to figure out. It's hard to master, but their growth potential is out the gate massive.
I mean, you can go ahead, you can create your own paid previews and shit by just using Facebook. They've incorporated that in there, made it so much easier to get your name out there versus a lot of other platforms.
Yeah,
is that the why for you, Rye? Like
that's the why is the initial algorithmic like advantage. The information surrounding the algorithm is a mess and hard to understand and hard to figure out. Algorithm itself isn't really that bad. But for streaming, it was such a new thing that it was unknown, like how streaming on your YouTube channel would actually affect the YouTube channel as far as watch rates, watch percentages, click-through rates, things like that. And Trey stumbled across some information, forwarded it, and it's a much more viable option now. But it wasn't for me personally when I chose to do Facebook. Plus, I have a lot of friends on Facebook that watch gaming on Facebook, so that was a huge plus. I had a lot of people right off the rip, and that did nothing but help. I had like maybe 30 to 40 people that they didn't continue watching, but they at first were like, "Oh, Rye's streaming, like, well, let's help him out." So like, people that would pop in for 2 to 5 minutes at a time in the beginning, which really helped in the beginning. But yeah, that's initially why I chose Facebook.
I'm with you. That helps me out as well, man, because obviously, you know, if you've had your Facebook profile for years, you know, you've got all your friends on there and all your family. So when I started streaming, everyone jumped in to back it up, to support it. Started sharing me out, you know, liking, following, staying for 3 minutes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it helped. That side of it helped, you know. That whole side of the whole side of Facebook and people having their actual profiles and actual names and actual pictures and everything, that is a whole that's a whole thing. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing in streaming, but it's a thing because in Twitch everyone's anonymous, right?
Basically, I mean, unless they have their social links on their page, you don't know much about the person watching other than what you uncover through conversation, which could literally be a lie. But like it's just like it's open form, like anybody can show up even if they don't have like a real Twitch account.
Well, no, they have to have an account. They can't chat.
No, but they can't chat, but they can come view. They can
come view. Yeah, you can come view anonymously.
But I can't come and find your name or your face or your family.
No.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, like, there's a viewer
unless
list.
You got tied in.
The interesting thing about Facebook is that even personal accounts have usernames. So, like, you have your first and last name, but they don't really advertise it. But you can go into your settings and add a username, and then you choose a username. There's not a whole lot of functionality built in for it right away, but in gaming there is. This is the interesting thing about Facebook is you have your real data and your personified data. Like on Twitch, it's just a username, and chances are, if you go in there and try to type in Ryan Kellum, like my full name, like it's already taken.
They'll find it. Yeah.
So they're forced to choose a pseudonym, and then they're forced. And then most people don't want to put up their real picture, so it's like their favorite anime or their favorite video game. And that's a huge difference. Like I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of people don't realize that. They don't think about it. That's one of the advantages of Facebook because it's a lot more personal.
I loved that about it.
Now with that statement, Rye, have you ever like had somebody in your chat that didn't say the most positive thing, so you went to click on their name or their icon and it told you that you weren't allowed to view this? Have you seen that before?
Yeah.
So like I think there is some private that you can do, but you have to know the settings in order to go do that as well.
Oh, okay.
You can
like the majority of people, they don't have those settings for private. So if you wanted that anonymity, you could get it, but you got to know that you want, like you got to know where to find that too. And I don't know, that's just another thing like that Facebook can offer, but they don't right off the bat tell you like, hey, do you want the world to know right off the gate?
Facebook's prerogative, and that's why they're in trouble a lot nowadays. Their prerogative is not primarily privacy. They throw up a facade.
See, that's why I changed my stuff though on Facebook. See, I got my personal account on Facebook is SWISSCHZZZ.
Yeah,
it's not my real name or my real person. It's SWISSCHZZZ. So if you ever went to my gaming page, I do have a personal, but it's not tied to anything.
No, he don't use it.
I don't use my personal stuff for streaming.
Yeah.
That's why when anybody gets in a party, I tell them to call me Swiss or Swiss Cheese. Don't call me by my real name. Just called
It's like-
Swiss. And if you went to my gaming page and looked it up, you would literally find just Swiss cheese. You wouldn't find anything else tied.
Facebook. I have such a weird relationship with Facebook right now. I love a lot of things about it. I hate a lot of things about it. But one of the things.
What was your things that you hated? No, what was the things you liked, man?
Everything I like about it, I hate about it. It's weird. It's a complicated relationship. Like the setup process was really good. Like it was fairly straightforward. It is kind of confusing. I have a lot of experience with Facebook advertising and business pages and setting all that shit up. So like I already kind of knew my way around it. But for someone that has no idea and they're fresh coming into Facebook and setting that up, it is a little confusing, the onboarding process for gaming streamers specifically, because you can go create a Facebook page, a business page, which is essentially what your gaming page is. But if you go through the gaming center on Facebook, like the way that they have it, it's not the most congruent, right? Like if you started over here but end up over here before you even create it, you're going to be confused.
Yeah.
But
it's not organized at all.
It's not organized at all.
We'll say it this way. I did a lot of digging and figuring out, and then because the reason we went to it was because everybody from Mixer was moving over. Mixer was purchased by, right? So we started, okay, so this is where it's going. Let's go ahead and ride that wave, right? So
Trey, when you say we, is you and Swiss, right?
Me and Swiss,
together,
yeah.
So
yeah, because honestly, I believe Swiss was more focused on going to Twitch.
I wanted Mixer. I was more focused on Mixer.
But when Mixer shutdown occurred, that's when you were like, we might as well just go to Twitch. Because but I was like, hey, they're going to Facebook Gaming. Why don't we check this out? So I dug in.
Got me going to Facebook.
When I'm passionate about something, you guys will learn that I go pretty daggone hard about it. And if it's not done right now, it's not going to get done. So I've got to do it like right now. Mm-hmm. So like every bit of me was trying to figure out, well, how do I get this ball rolling on Facebook? And then here's Swiss like trying to explain to him what you got to do. When he created his personal page, he was trying to stream to his personal page, right? And I was like, no, you got to do X, Y, and Z, right? So getting him over to making that content creator page so that's the streaming page. It's like Ross said, it's easy to do, but it's not always like a really simple process, and it's not you wouldn't expect it to go those ways. Because what was it? You were linking profiles to different platforms, but you were linking the wrong profile. Because the same name used as Swiss Cheese as a content creator was Swiss Cheese as a personal profile too.
It was using the Swiss Cheese personal profile and not the.
So it created a little hubbub there. So you
I had to backtrack and delete and redo everything.
So the setup is, in my opinion, it is simplified. However, if you don't go in kind of knowing some of those basics, you might step in the wrong direction and have to backtrack. Thereafter, once I figured some stuff out and was helping Swiss figure things out, helped me figure things out too. I don't know if a lot of people learn that way, but I gotta have hands-on, right? So for me, it seemed like, I got this done. All right, I'm ready to rock. I figured it out, and then having to go backwards and get Swiss straightened out too helped me understand that process a little bit better. So with that, we were able to get him up and running, and I mean, he won't leave it. I think he loves it. I think that's his home.
I like Facebook. I have no problems with Facebook, but I also like Twitch. So my problem is streaming both platforms. But I love Facebook. I have no, and if I ever want to run an ad, I can pay $2 and run an ad.
And those are the things to love about Facebook. I mean, you were talking a social platform that is made exactly to be social, and it gives you almost a million ways to
come and talk to me, people.
Yeah, come and touch people and say, "Hey, look at me, look at me."
So I'm doing stuff. Facebook's
great. I love Facebook. There's a couple of things that are becoming like no deal for me. But
let's. We've talked about how we started on Facebook, man. So what? Go on, give me your first implication, man. I want to hear this. This is the tasty bit. We all know what Facebook is good for, right? I mean, like how we all started.
Well,
I mean, we can go on.
I'm a little more curious as to what you don't like about it.
Me.
Yeah. Because I think out of everybody here, you love it the most, right?
Yeah, I do like it because
even though they
during 2020, it was an escape room for me, right? Because I wasn't working or nothing, so Facebook really gave me it was like a sanctuary for me, man. It was a safe place. I was around all my friends. I was around all my family, even though I couldn't physically be around them. You know, I'm so for all the 37 years I've been on this planet, I'm a street guy. Do you know what I mean? Even during college, university, it was never about partying or girls or clubbing. I had the one girl since I was 18. I'm married to her, got kids with her, and you know what I mean? It was just drugs for me. Drugs, streets, rapping. That was my life, bro. So so when it came to a pandemic and I was stuck at home, all this was stripped away from me, man. Stripped. So I was begging for. Swiss said it perfectly last time. He was talking about about human nature, and it was a really valid point, and about how we actually how we actually need what we're used to. Yeah, we need what we're used to. If you're used to not being around people, if you're used to not being around people your whole life, you'll be fine during these times, man. But if you're used to seeing your friends, I struggled a lot, bro. So Facebook really gave me like a place where I can be myself, let it out. I've had all sorts of issues with mental health in the past, years ago. So I always keep instruments in place to make sure things like those kind of mental health issues flaring up again. All right, that's what people do when they suffer from mental health. They keep instruments in place so that things don't flare up again. It never goes away. Mental health cannot be cured, all right? Don't let anybody lie to you. It cannot be cured. It can't just go away, all right? You need to have things in place. Adapt. Yeah, you have to adapt, exactly. So when I had found these things in Facebook, Trey, I was like, it's great. And then it worked nicely as well. Like, everything on there worked. It was just easy to use. It didn't ask much of me. That's what it was. I wasn't great at streaming. I didn't know much about streaming, so that was it. That was the only reason why I really liked Facebook. Do you know what I mean? That was simply it.
What do you dislike though?
Yeah,
my dislike. All right, so the reason why I came off, my one's really quick and easy, so I can start this. The reason why I came off Facebook, the audience, man. The audience, like, I look at people like Hitman Gaming, yeah? Hitman he's one of those dudes that should be really successful in that kind of what he's doing, okay? But he's getting only so much on Facebook. I believe if he was on Twitch or on YouTube or somewhere else, I personally believe someone like him would get more. But on Facebook, it's limited. And I personally believe, I believe that there's not much of a Western audience on Facebook. When I mean Western, I mean UK, America, Australia, the Western society. I don't find them enough on Facebook.
That leads into my issue with Facebook, which are twofold. The audience.
Let's go.
But the audience is directly driven by the algorithm. So I mentioned Facebook's algorithm is great at the beginning. At the beginning, if certain things are in place, you're golden. And certain things in place mean your descriptions, your titles, all that matters in Facebook, just like YouTube. And your profile, all that matters. Everything about it matters. Having all your fields filled out matters.
Yeah.
But one of the most important things is your game. So Facebook, their prerogative is advertising, no matter what. So if you have a business account and you're a lawnmower shop in Tuscaloosa, and you are the most popular lawnmower shop on the planet based out of this town, it doesn't matter how it does not matter how popular that you are. You will eventually, your organic reach will be choked by Facebook to force you to buy ads. That happens on a much more micro scale on streamers, because live video is so interactive. It's very live. It's not a post about our new lawnmower sale. It's an actual live post where people are interacting. So there's a lot of things that matter. People coming on and watching and staying on, that matters for your algorithm. Like contribution, likes, shares, all that shit matters. page likes, commenting, everything, all the engagement matters. But none of it matters after a certain amount of time. I can't tell you how much research I've done on other streamers. I've talked to other people. I've seen people with 100,000 followers with an average concurrent viewer rate of like 300 viewers, like average. And then out of nowhere, 5 months later, 30 viewers consistently. That's it. And still haven't popped back up. And then there are support tickets. You can find it. You can research it and find it. There are people that like Facebook gaming streamers that are getting bigger. And then they eventually reach out to Facebook saying, hey, my analytics are shit. Like, what's going on? And Facebook's literal response is, try creating better content.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. What?
And it's like,
wow.
So my issue with Facebook is the lack of concern for their creators.
Wow.
Sympathy for their creators.
That shocked me. Wow.
Because they want us to use ads. And don't get me wrong.
You've seen that?
I haven't seen that.
I'm going to be streaming on YouTube primarily.
Damn.
But I will still be utilizing Facebook as a representation on that platform of my content creation. So I'll be posting gaming montage clips. I will be posting I will be streaming there, but maybe just mobile games, because that's the other side of the coin, is that Facebook, if you go into the Facebook gaming app on your phone and you go to games, there's 3 buttons down there. The one all the way on the right is games. You will only see mobile games, Words with Friends, Mobile Legends, shit like that. Facebook only cares about mobile gaming unless you're Stone Mountain 64.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
and that's why I'm still on Facebook, because I love Mobile Legends, man.
And that's the thing.
Mobile Legends, man.
I'm not saying I'm done with Facebook. I'm saying that I'm moving, because the types of games that I want to stream on a regular basis are mostly first-person shooters, Call of Duty, Borderlands, Skater XL is not a first-person shooter, but they're console and PC games. I still love, and I'm going to play Mobile Legends. It makes me actually want to play mobile games more if I focus that content on Facebook.
But Facebook is also great for retro games, man. Retro gaming. Because you'll find the communities on there. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, you've got communities on Facebook already that love retro games. So I'm part of, like, Streets of Rage, Scott Pilgrim, and these kind of games. And they are huge. And when I stream to those groups, they love it. Do you know what I mean? They love it. And the community is great. And they're majority of, like, middle-aged dudes like us, you know what I mean? Because they're all retro and they've got Facebook profiles since a million years ago, so they're all pretty much in the same age range, man.
And my thing is, 5 years from now, we may watch this video and they may have changed, or I may be completely wrong. But as the data sits and as what I've seen, like for my content, my regular stream will do better on YouTube, I believe. So, and the audiences are there on Facebook. It's the algorithm at its core is my main issue. Everything else is pretty good. You talked about it being easy to go live. Facebook's live producer is actually better than YouTube's and Twitch's. It's got everything right there.
Yes.
And everything's a drop down or a panel. Whereas YouTube, it's hard to figure out. YouTube gaming.
Bro, YouTube is so shit.
And then Twitch
YouTube's interface is shit. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Twitch is actually hard to figure out. Like, it's easy if you spend some time in there, but at a glance, it's like, hold on. Is my account dashboard it, or my channel dashboard it? Or is this dashboard it? Or is this dashboard it? Like, it's got so many ways to access certain things. And I feel like Twitch should know better, because they're the OG in the streaming game. Like, they should know better.
I do love Twitch's plugins, though. Twitch's plugins, because you don't... Like, in a way, in theory, you don't even need to have Twitch up. Like, you can have all the plugins in OBS, even your chat. Like everything.
With Stream Elements, I have Facebook plugins. I don't even have to go to Facebook to start my stream.
You see, that I don't have. So I have to have Facebook open and OBS open. Yeah, man. I want to know why Trey left. I know Trey has the strongest opinion as to why he hates Facebook. And I want to know it right now. I've been saving that question for this moment, because I've always wanted to ask him what happened. But he's I wanted to wait for the right time, so hit me with it, please, guys.
Let me say it this way.
Go on.
It's not all about my personal experiences with Facebook that made me think, is this the best place to be? It's also from other streamers that I've, talked to and networked with. At one point, your stream was DeFay, your stream was knocked out. You were limited, and the reasoning for it, in my opinion, was not good. It's not good. I've had other people. I've had other people who were doing very well on Facebook gaming, and like Ross says, all of a sudden things are working against them. It's kind of like, okay, we're going to take you and we're going to throw you out there and see how good you do. Oh, you're attracting a lot of people. All right, we were supporting you by pushing you out there, but now it seems like you're getting a good track record, so we're not going to support you anymore. And again, running ads is a great feature, right? You can run ads. Anybody can run ads on there. Anybody can push their content out. Great feature. However, I don't like knowing that, well, if I spend more money, I'll always have more reach.
So basically, you're thinking it's a resin feature.
If you turned around and streamed for a month solid to whatever you've got, and let's just say you've been doing very well and you were running ads, you were pushing out like, hey, I'm going to be streaming this time, and you're running it on Instagram and Facebook because that's typically where it will throw your ads. All right, you're going to have this huge influx of views, huge influx of people actually seeing your page, liking your page, and then you turn around the very next month, you completely stop spending money on any of your ads, right? All you do is stream. You still network, you still push your stuff out. You just don't spend money on the ads anymore. You will see the craziest drop off on your reach. You may still have those viewers that were there with you day one, the ride or dies, which are a beautiful thing to have, but you're going to slowly see your page is no longer growing. You're not growing anymore unless you've become somehow connected with sponsors that are also pushing your stuff. But at that point, somebody else is spending money for you. So it becomes this whole idea of like, okay, to be successful, I can spend a lot of money, but if I stop spending money or I didn't get that sponsor, where am I going to be in 2 months? Am I still going to be enjoying what I'm doing? Because I'm always going to enjoy playing the game, but let's be honest, as a human being, we want to grow. We want to see ourselves become more, and not just more for ourselves, but more for our communities too. And it kind of gets scary when you look at the algorithm saying, hey, pay to play. You pay me, I'm going to put you out there. And that might be a real concept. Advertising is a real concept, but it's just scary to think like if I just decided to really just support this as just me, I don't have extra funds to push myself out there. Where am I going to be? I mean, I was getting so much love when I spent money, and now I'm not getting any love because I'm not spending money anymore. But then you look at Twitch, right? Twitch don't care if you spend money. They don't. It's as organic as it could possibly be. And the people that find you on Twitch, 9 times out of 10 are going to become ride or die viewers. They are. You didn't spend any money for them. You gave them exactly what they came there for. Content, excitement, your face, your game, your personality, you, right? And they're there. And then every time you get on, they're like, hey, I'm back. Every time you get on, hey, I'm back. You spent $0. All you did was push it out on a few different social networks saying, hey, I'm going to be streaming this game. And maybe 3 or 4 people saw that and actually came and decided to check you out. Maybe they stayed. It just felt more real, right? And then that was me. So like Facebook was, I've heard so many bad examples of what it's done. I've seen a really good friend of mine, aka DeFay, kind of get pushed out, and I don't know why. Like you came back and it was all fine. And I don't think you have any ill will towards it, but it's just my perception is like, what if that's me next time? Like, you know what I mean? And it happened for some odd reason. My page, my personal, my business, everything at one point got knocked out with no answer as to why.
Fuck.
No answer as to why.
Bro, I remember that. I was asking, like, I was like, what happened? I just got banned, like,
for no reason.
And I was being so good. I was behaving. I was doing everything that their rules were saying. And then I got banned, locked off. I couldn't get no stars. I couldn't get no this, that. And it was for a long time as well. A long time, Trey, just like you said. And then I was like, it really burst my bubble. Yeah, it really burst me. I was like, fuck, I'm in this good space. I'm really like, it's helping me out. I'm enjoying myself. And now I'm banned. Like, it really took me down, bruv. So I came off for a while. Yeah.
But you're held against the wall and you're not allowed to move.
No, exactly.
Well, and it wasn't long after that, I believe that occurred. You took some time to yourself too, right? So not only did Facebook interrupt one of my favorite streams that I get to watch, right? Like, and with no reason. I think that's what kind of bothered me the most is we didn't know why, and I have yet to have an answer either. I don't know why. I appealed it, and like I think 3 days later I was back up, but like I was still like, okay, but what happened? Did somebody report my page?
And it's weird too. Like the unknown is a huge issue there.
Yeah.
But also,
you
put so much time and effort into these type of things, like so much, and I think that's something that YouTube and Twitch understand a little bit. Like, I don't think Twitch takes as much care as their creators as I think they should.
Well,
I think YouTube's been around a long time, and maybe not always streaming, but they've got systems in place now to take care of their content creators. And with Facebook, it's like, it's again their prerogative. It always seems so clear that they don't give a fuck about us. Now, the audience is great, right? I love my audience on Facebook. I fucking love them, right? Like, I've never met someone with the humor that Andrew Yang has. I think we can all say that Andrew Yang is fucking wild.
This is the third streamer talk that we've talked about Andrew Yang. So that guy's a memorable individual for sure. Like seriously, but no, like I do want to add that is the one reason why I did not want to stop streaming on Facebook. It was the community. It was the audience.
And that's why I'm going to keep being active on it, because I every time I think like, all right, I'm on YouTube now, like that's it, I'm just on YouTube, I'll post a couple videos on Facebook. I'm like, no, like I love Mobile Legends. I love I love PUBG, but I've never gotten into it. But I can play PUBG mobile on there. I got an iPad and just boom. And a lot of the Filipino viewers and Australian and the Eastern viewers that I've gotten, like they all play those games because they don't have access to the console games or PC games. But that's where you need to go to Twitch or YouTube to get those players, the console gamers. The Twitch is full of Western community. You know what I mean? Western audience. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The issues you've had, Defy, the issue you had, Sly. I don't know about you, Swizz, if you had any issues, but one big issue that I had with technical issues is I never got banned, never got restricted in the sense of like face value, but on the back end, on the analytical side, I was this close to getting the supporter button my first month, bro. First month. And then 4 months in is when I got it, because that first month I got up to 249 returning viewers. And then when the very next day, because I was streaming every day, I was like, I'm gonna get this fucking shit. Because like Sly says, if it's not happening now, it's not gonna happen. Like I gotta focus now.
Yeah.
I went hard every day, like 4-hour streams, 5-hour streams, Mobile Legends. I was working fucking hard.
Yeah.
And then the next day, like every single day, my analytics grew by like, I'd say 15%. So I'm like one viewer off of a returning viewer. And then the very next day, when I did it, Facebook's analytical system broke down for the past 2 weeks. Not right now, the past 2 weeks. So all that data, I didn't qualify for. So I wasn't able to access certain features for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Wow.
And I was like, I wasn't banned, but the data wasn't there.
Did you hate anything on Facebook, or are you still
I don't have any problems with Facebook, but you know, I haven't streamed as much as any of y'all. Like mostly when I stream is on Fridays and Saturdays and maybe a Wednesday, and that's it. And the Wednesdays are rare things. It's mostly just Fridays and Saturdays. So I don't have the amount of hours y'all have streaming. So the stuff that y'all have experienced or come across, I very rarely see it. So I don't have any hate towards Facebook. They haven't burnt me at all in any way. Even when I disappeared for months, they didn't. I mean, I could still receive stars and all that. Like I was still affiliate. They didn't.
They took my my game what is it, level up program away from me.
They took mine away. I had to stream for like 2 straight days to get it back.
I was going for what, 3 months, and it never went away. It never went away from me. So I haven't had any problems with Facebook. When you said, you know, your analytics and everything dropped, that makes me think it's a paid service. It's there, yes, and they got it, you know, integrated inside there perfectly, where it's like a resin program, and that's what it is. Like if you don't pay,
you need before you say resin, what you need to do is describe what that term means.
Basically, you pay to win. You pay to win, or you pay to play. Not pay to win. You pay to play. Basically.
Kind of like in a game where you have to have stamina, and when you run out of stamina, you can no longer engage in the game. You have to wait for
a lot of mobile games take advantage of that, and Oh God, that's where that conversation goes into pay for.
We have another conversation.
It's another conversation. I'll get deep in that.
Taking that.
Anyways, a
But
lot
you
of
was
mobile
happy.
games
You
use
was
that.
happy.
They use that algorithm to do that, and I'm pretty sure Facebook does the same thing. Where if you don't pay, they quit pushing you out there till you start paying, or you just keep going until you just gradually build up a following. So, but I ain't never had any problems with them.
I'm rolling in the thoughts here.
Yeah.
And I get to thinking, when you
just
make
to let
your
you know,
page,
my ads did not work. Not even one of them. Nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't work.
I ran one ad in the very beginning, and I got like 300 followers. That's it.
Oh.
And it was a Call of Duty ad when I had 0 Call of Duty on my page. It was a Call of Duty montage that was actually great. Some of my good plays from Warzone, actually. And when people came to my page, they liked it, got like 200-300 likes, somewhere in between. And then a lot of those people unfollowed. Obviously, I didn't have Call of Duty on my page. I played maybe 1 or 2 Call of Duty streams. But most of those people left. So everything else was organic.
3 ads total, and each one, the first 2 was for $5, and that last one that I did, the third one, was $10, and that was it. So I only spent $20 total in ads.
So I'll be forthcoming and upfront. I would do my ads for $50 for 5 days, and then try to stream every single one of those days while that ad was running.
Yeah, there's a strategy to that. I've run ads for other businesses and other accounts of mine, but on the streaming one, after that first ad, it did actually really well as far as what I paid in and the parameters I set. I actually got a lot more engagement than I thought.
So it actually worked for you guys?
It worked, yeah. Depending on what your goals are, or what
you
specifically
think
for me with my goals, it worked.
Yeah, true.
And for the most part, I haven't had any problems with Facebook. I like Facebook gaming. It's exactly
here's
everything
the thing.
I
don't want it to get twisted. I like Facebook gaming a lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But
I ain't never had a problem.
It's got its flaws.
For all the hours I put in and all the research I've done with my personal goals, YouTube would be a better place for me and my daily content, which is streaming.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm still going to utilize Facebook from gaming montages. If I put a montage on YouTube, I'll put the same one on Facebook, not a YouTube link on Facebook, like upload it to Facebook video, and then still stream on Facebook, but mobile games, because you can grow still playing mobile games. It's just the algorithm is eventually, there's going to be dips, but that's the thing, the inconsistency. Like, the algorithm will still work if you play mobile games, but if you have a dip in that algorithm, it might be 3 months, it might be 2 days, who knows?
And my conclusion with Facebook was that it's still, like all of you have said, it's great. It is a great place. Yeah, I mean, it's got its great features. It's also got its flaws, but and the flaws are technical, like the bans and stuff, as well as your audience and what you want, your kind of goal, right? But my conclusion is that gonna keep doing it. I know. I'm guessing all 4 of us are gonna keep streaming to Facebook, but it's not a priority. Before, hey, Trey, please don't leave completely.
Trey's probably gonna go to YouTube.
No. Yeah, no. Do you know what? Before, Facebook gaming was a priority. It was at the top of the list. It was like, look, today I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna do some Facebook gaming. The next day, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna do some Facebook gaming. Do you know? It was a priority, and now I've only learned that it's not a priority, man. Streaming as a whole shouldn't be your priority. It should be your side endeavor to boost whatever main goal you are trying to achieve, whether it's content creation or podcasting or interviews or commentating or spectating or whatever it is. Streaming should be on the side right here, going along with you, but you should be doing something main, and that's what I feel. So Facebook, I'm only going to use for streaming here and there with Streets of Rage and Mobile Legends. But when it comes to Borderlands and stuff and content and this and that, it's got to be YouTube, man.
Facebook is a spectacular platform to stream on, to engage on, to have fun with. It's easy to learn, right? Like, it's easy to get used to. It's not difficult for somebody new to this world to understand. No. But my drawback is that I've just seen negative things that kind of put me on the edge. It's kind of like when we talk about content we want to put out, I'm not going to buy a Geo Metro and put like a ball on the back of it so I can carry a trailer down the road. That just doesn't make sense. I'm probably just going to buy a truck that's built for that.
Wow, the Geo Metro would be awesome with the ball.
The Geo Metro would be awesome, but it's probably not going to work.
That'd be some redneck shit. Yeah, look at that.
It's probably not going to work the best.
That is a beautiful cat. That is a beautiful cat.
That's how I look at it. Facebook is a platform that's great for reaching people and building some type of community. I mean, it's all about community. Great place to start. Is it going to be home at the end of the day for a lot of streamers? I don't think so. And I think that's why I've looked into other platforms more, because I'm looking, and everybody is always looking for a good place to call home when it comes to doing whatever it is that they do.
I think you're right, which makes me think about bigger streamers, right? So it's like Stone Mountain, his home is on Facebook. Obviously, he's so big, he's a partner, and he is a truly affiliated with Facebook as far as he's their partner. Like, he works with them on shit. A lot of other people, right? We talked about Hitman. We have King Richard. You have there's so many big ones on Facebook.
I'd say Stone is the biggest, right?
He's Stone is probably the biggest on Facebook for sure. Yeah. There's Goth Dad or King Goth, something like that. He's pretty big. I forget his full username.
Dad's pretty big too, but he's not as big as Hitman.
And there's a lot. There's a lot that are getting bigger, and Facebook's growing. Facebook gaming is growing. It's going to get better all the way around. I believe that. But like Trey said, like, it's okay. So I'm a modify your analogy there, Trey, just a little bit. It's like a Geo Metro pulling a trailer full of cars when the trailer full of cars should be pulling all the cars. So like, your Geo Metro should be on the car trailer, not pulling the trailer full of cars. So like, Facebook should be. It's kind of like what you said, Defy. Like, it's a part of the process. It's not the process. It's not the home. It's garage. It's the bedroom. It's the whatever. So that's how I feel about Facebook at this point. And like I said, it's all compartmentalized, right? So I'll still do Mobile Legends streaming on Facebook because fuck it, that's where all the Mobile Legends people are.
Yeah,
like, start using those analytics, those advantages. Like, you know, I've considered playing other mobile games, or even like the biggest console game. There is one console game that does get a lot of love from the Facebook algorithm, and it's GTA 5.
Oof.
For whatever reason, GTA 5 is consistently like the biggest.
That's still a good game.
The biggest console game.
Well, it's all the mods that came out for it.
One could argue that Warzone is the biggest. As far as actual viewers, Warzone is the biggest console / PC game.
Yeah.
But GTA is actually, in my eyes, it's all about perspective, right? Is the biggest because they have the most viewers and streamers. So Warzone is big because 15,000 of those viewers at any given time are Stone Mountain's. Just his.
Yeah.
So like, when you talk about all the GTA 5 like streamers, there's so many GTA servers.
There's so many mods for GTA 5. Like, there's so many different game modes now. Hell, there's parkour, car riding type shit.
They got the Marvel server.
Cool. I watch streamers play that. It's really cool.
You got Marvel servers where there's all kinds of superheroes in there. It's like there's all kinds of crazy stuff to it. But outside of those two games, like, if it's a mobile game, I'll probably play it on, and I'll probably experiment more, right? So before I was like Mobile Legends, like, let me just do this for a while, and like, it's pretty solid. I don't have to think about too much else. It's Mobile Legends and streaming. I'm learning a lot because I never streamed before, so I'm like, all right, I'll just do Mobile Legends.
Good place to learn.
But now that I'm like, I know what I'm doing on YouTube. I know what I'm streaming at.
Well, that's what I was saying. For the most part, it's easy, like, for a beginner streamer, someone that's just coming in. Facebook is where you need to go. Facebook, hands down, will make things a lot easier for you. You can run ads, you can learn the game, you can learn how things go, and then you can venture off into YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah.
But
once you figure out who you are,
Facebook,
a content creator.
Yeah.
And so now, whereas before I felt choked, I was like, I don't really want to explore too much. I don't want to fuck up this Mobile Legends engagement. Whereas now I'm like, I know what I want. I know my goals. Now I'll stream Mobile Legends on Mondays, but I'll play Free Fire for 8 hours on Tuesday or whatever. Like, I'll try different games more often, different mobile games, and see what's working. And I might, I would play all kinds of other shit. So it's definitely got a place in my life. And I don't hate Facebook. I actually love Facebook. As far as the gaming side goes, I hate Facebook personally. Like, I literally, on my personal account, I beat Facebook, actually. When I open it up now on my phone, it says, you're all caught up. I unfollowed literally everyone and everything on my personal account. So now I don't have to see any of the horse shit that gets spewed everywhere on everybody's timelines. So, but I need my personal account to manage my page. So, but anyways, Facebook, it's a great place for gamers. It really is. It's just that Facebook is growing too. And I don't want to be on Facebook for growing pains. YouTube has already been
grown. Yeah,
they've already been through the. Another big problem I had is audio. I use Stream Beats, right? And Stream Beats is 1000% copyright free. They don't even source or sample any beats from any other. They create literally everything. I downloaded the license.
Harris.
I have the license. Everything. Yeah.
Harris, right? Harris from Alpha Gaming. Yeah.
So it's 1000% copyright free, and I still get my streams muted on Facebook.
Facebook didn't care.
I still get muted, and on Twitch. So the DMCA stuff on Twitch, they should have that shit figured out. They are the OGs on streaming. They have enough. It's Amazon. They have more than enough money to make like music deals with Universal, with Paramount, with all the music labels. They have more than enough capabilities of making deals, and they don't protect their streamers. If you get a DMCA strike on you on Twitch, that's your ass.
OBS Studio figured that out for Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. And then
OBS Studio, a free platform that doesn't pay you a dime, doesn't ask for anything, gave you a way to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Before Twitch did. And
Facebook is working on a deal with Universal right now, but only specific partners can get it, like Stone Mountain. And then YouTube has already been through that though. So if you use music you're not supposed to, they'll let you know before the government comes. They'll let you know. They're like, hey, man, you use some shit you weren't supposed to use. Do you want to take it down? Do you want to demonetize it? What do you want to do here? Because if you don't answer us, we'll take action. So
they'll demonetize the video.
And that's pretty much it. And they'll put attribution on it themselves. Like, oh, this is Tech Nine song. Oh, this is Lady Gaga. This is Shania Twain. Whoever. So like,
which is really cool because if you don't know what you're doing, if you have no idea what you're doing,
hold on, I remember Shania Twain. She was fine, isn't it?
I like Shania Twain. I like Shania Twain. And if I could play her music on my stream, I would play her music on my stream.
That don't impress me much.
Okay, so you got a car. That don't impress me much.
It don't. And that's kind of the vibe here, is that
she was fine as hell.
Me that much, unless you're Brad Pitt. That he actually impresses me. Anyway, that's kind of my ender to like all of this is like, I love Facebook. I'm still going to use Facebook all the time, but it's just being reconfigured to meet my goals. That's about it. And with all the reasons, like I said, we may watch this video 5 years from now when we're all
everything be wrong.
It's either wrong
but right now
or has been fixed to some degree. And Facebook may be the better platform in 5 years. Who knows?
It could be, man.
Everybody wave at Sly because he'll be on YouTube.
I'm gonna rank it. Okay, I'm gonna rank it as a new beginner streamer. If you are a new beginner streamer, top of the list. Facebook gaming should be top of your list if you are a new beginner streamer. Getting into it, learning the curve, understanding who and what you're doing,
having your friends, your family all there to back you, everything.
To support you directly from
after you figure that out, you can go to Twitch or YouTube.
You can go anywhere.
I prefer Twitch personally.
Yeah, you can go anywhere.
I mean, a lot of people say Twitch is like really toxic, but I have yet to like. Twitch has been more hospitable to me than Facebook. I've had some trollers in Facebook, but everybody
really
in Twitch,
good point, Swiss.
Everybody's been nice in Twitch.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point because most of my hours streaming have been on Facebook. So naturally, most of my toxicity is going to come from there. But I have streamed to Twitch before for hours. You know, like multiple streams. I delete them all because it doesn't. I was trying not to do anything there. But I have met a lot of people on Twitch that come into my stream 1 or 2 at a time, and that's max it. Right? Yeah. They'll pop in and they're like, "Oh, hey man, I didn't think anybody your age or my age was also playing League or whatever." And I'm like, "Hey man, what's up?" And then they ended up teaching me some stuff, and they're really cool. they're not around anymore because I've been so spotty the past like 2 months with my content. But most of my interactions on Twitch, which not a lot, has been super, super awesome.
You think of it this way though, right? So like you can get take a bucket and put 3 rocks in it, and you throw the rocks out because you only got 3 rocks in it. Are you going to hit something? Probably not. Take a bucket and you put thousands of rocks in it, and you throw that bucket out. You're probably gonna get hit with something. Yeah. So like it depends on the volume of the audience too. So the more people you have, the more opportunity you have to see these things. And I honestly believe that there is a culture, a group of people that are like, hey, let's go jump into this stream and like just give this guy the hardest time in the world.
They're the shit posters.
He's got 300 viewers. Let's go give him a hard time. Like, there's that out there too.
They're the shit posters, the trolling shit posters of streamers. We got to find a new word for them, but they exist. Can't tell you how many people. I can tell you it's less than 20, but it's more than 5. I can't tell you the exact number, but that's a good 2 handfuls of people that have come into my stream on Facebook and told me that I'm a piece of shit and I need to get a real job, even though I'm struggling trying to do this and work. Like
unbelievable, honestly.
And it's like, you know, I feel like there was one situation I didn't handle too well. Like I was in a bad mood. I was in a depressed like state of mind and anxious, like just fucking bad mental health day. And I was streaming to get away from it, because as much as people come to streamers to get away from their life, I stream to get away from life. It really is therapeutic. Like Defy said, like Facebook's a really good place to do that. It was a good place for him. It was a good place for me. But then I've had people come in there, and that one time I was like, hey, motherfucker, like, what the fuck is going on? And like somebody was in there, like the chat was like, hey, Rye, we got this. People come in, get real political. You fucking piece of shit, libtard, kind of get a real job, motherfucker type shit. And I'm like, God damn it, you fucking asshole. Like,
did they really say libtard?
Yes, dude. I've had people say all kinds of shit in Facebook. And it's like, and I look at the dude's page and he plays Call of Duty and he does all this other shit. He's not a streamer, but he's in you know, the Kyle, you know, thing, like the monster drinking hole in the wall punching Kyle. Like that's what he looked like, that particular dude. And I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck you. And I lost my shit. And the chat was like, hey man, that's cool. Like, we got this. And it was a learning lesson because I ended the stream immediately. I was that mad. He just caught me on the wrong day. Because usually Rye's like real calm. I'm like, hey man.
Have you ever been bullied, right? You know, but when you get bullied, there's people. There's like 9 people who's got your backs. Like, nah, man, we ain't standing for that. Like, you can either straighten up or you can get out.
Yeah,
you choose. And it's the chat. It's the chat that does that for you, because you know they're there. Hey man, don't say that.
Yeah.
Like I've had them before.
I told Roz, like, you can make me moderator. I fucking ban his.
Yeah.
I was there for one of them.
Swiss has been there in some chats. Like, hey man, make me a moderator. I've actually had Kant Zaw. You guys remember who that is? Kant Zaw. So he has been in my streams before, saying, Rye, please make me a mod. Please make me a mod. And it was kind of broken English. He's the Filipino, but he was like, please make me a mod, because he was going back and forth with this dude. And I was working on it. I was getting to like banning this dude, and he was like, Rye, please make me a mod so I can ban this dude. And the whole time he was taking up on me. And I've had similar experiences with other chat members. Like, they're like, hey man, fuck this dude. Like, get him out of here. Ban him. Mute him. Get him out of here. So like, the community, there is a good side to the communities on Facebook. There really is.
For every asshole, you got 8 or 9 people, like Sly said, that's got your back. And that happens in every stream. You're going to have people that's there. It's going to be
didn't nobody have my back when I was getting stuck in trash cans, beat up on the school bus. But hey, on Facebook, they got my back. Swiss, I want to know, in conclusion, man, what you got?
What you got? Are you still going to be streaming to Facebook then? You're not going nowhere.
I am going to be doing Facebook and Twitch. That is going to be my main goal. That's what I'm going to be focused on. I'm going to just do those 2 streams. Now, the problem with that, Sly said, if you're affiliate, you can't be affiliate on Twitch. They will counteract each other. He says, a lot deeper.
That's a lot deeper.
That there's no problem. You won't get banned if you do it, blah, blah, blah. But the possibility is there, and they got it there for a reason. So I'm just trying to stay away from it. But I would like to go affiliate on both. But
I like Twitch, man. I do like Twitch. We're gonna talk about Twitch, right?
So, yeah, well, I mean, I won't be able to do supporters. Like if I had a support button, I can't do that on Twitch and Facebook. I'll have to just pick one, and that's just that's the only downside about it. But other than that, I'm always going to be doing Facebook and Twitch. Those are my
hey. Let me tell you something, Swiss. I'm gonna tell you something. By the time that you're able to do affiliate, and a supporter on Facebook, you'll already be a partner on Twitch. You will own both of those companies, and you'll be able to do as you please, boy. Don't even don't.
I kind of believe that. I believe that. Yeah.
I'll probably do it. I'll create my own web page streamer platform called the Cheese Family, and I'll stream on that. and everybody wants to be part of the Cheese Family. Because everybody loves cheese, unless you're lactose intolerant, and you don't know how good cheese really is. But that's my main goal.
Be careful. That's discriminating. Facebook
does like to take time.
You can come at me because you lactose and say cheese is shit. No, motherfucker, you can't eat it. That's the only reason why you saying this shit. Ain't discrimination, it's facts.
It's true though. Facebook does take a long time for you to go up. He's right. You'll probably partner up with Twitch before Facebook even know you exist. I
can go affiliate right now on Twitch and have supporter role as well, but I don't do it just for that.
Matter. Can I just say those titles matter when you reach a goal or a milestone or a name? I think it matters, nah? I think that's so. It's like it's like the step. I guess it works for certain people and it doesn't work for certain people, but it's nice. It's nice to have that name.
I know what Trey's gonna say, but I want to preface it with something, because what Trey's going to say is pretty much what I would say. But as far as it mattering to an audience, I think it matters as a title to some audience members, but in a technical aspect, it technically doesn't matter at all. I know Trey has a fucking novel of thoughts on this subject, so
yeah, no, it don't matter. I mean, then the title is like I'm affiliate. That just matters on the technical aspect of it, basically. Just,
okay,
I'm a streamer. Yes, I'm a streamer, but I'm also an affiliate. So it just holds a certain weight to it. But yeah, I mean, you're right. It doesn't matter, I guess, the technical.
It holds weight
to hang on your wall, right? There's a trophy you get to hang on your wall.
Yeah,
when you did any sport, if you got the trophy for first place, second place, third place, whatever, and you were proud of it, it means something to you because you are stepping in the right direction. It starts to feel good. It does. But what I say that I've really gotten more of anything because of it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not. Probably not. But what it does on Twitch is it allows you to really start to make money.
It's true too. But
before you get there, you're not making money on Twitch really. At all. You're not. So
I mostly want to do this just because I enjoy it. Yes, I would love to make money. Everybody would. I'd love to make a living off of just streaming and playing video games. That's almost every streamer's dream. That would be awesome. But that's not the reason why I do it. I do it because I enjoy playing games. I enjoy talking to people while I play games, which is hence the why I have not went to affiliate yet on Twitch. I can go.
Keeping your head in the game, no pun intended.
But it would, there's a possible chance I could blow up, and Twitch is like, oh, well, he is affiliate on Facebook. And totally fuck everything up. So I don't do it because it's not about the money. I enjoy doing this.
If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
Who the hell is that?
Cat,
it's Trey.
Money, dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah, no, I think we've all concluded what we're gonna do on Facebook.
We all said that all y'all hate Facebook, but I like it.
Basically, us three hate Facebook and Swiss loves it.
Problems.
Nah. Do you know what? Look, I'll always for me personally, I'll always be forever grateful for Facebook for giving me a safe place to learn, to start, to feel. I don't know, man. It helped out. That's all I'm saying. It helped out during a year which was one of the worst years I've ever encountered, man. So yeah, that was it for me. I'm forever grateful for Facebook. I forever will be grateful for Facebook. I won't prioritize it, but yeah, you'll still see me on there, yo. My one downfall about Twitch, I've always thought of it as a box. It's kind of a box, you know. They want you to have your world in there, and that's it. You know, whereas, you know, someone like, look at this beautiful man right here. I'm going to zoom in on his face. Look at him. He is bigger than Twitch. Do you know what I mean? He's bigger. He is going to be bigger, and Twitch is going to try and hold him here like this, and Trey's going to be like, motherfucker. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's the only downfall I feel about Twitch. I love the platform. I love Twitch. But that's the only thing about Twitch. You want to sell merchandise, you got to do it through Twitch. You want to stream and everything, you got to do it through Twitch. If you want to, you know, do anything else, like, you know, to do with your brand, it's got to be in Twitch, yo. Oh, if you want to reach out or do anything like that, it's in here, yo. And like, even if you get big and you are, you know, like Ninja or whatnot, they're going to keep you in there. You know what I mean? Until they sacked him or whatever, he left. He was like, no, man, I'm not sticking to this box.
They ban you permanently.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that I've learned is you never know how small a box is until you're put into it and you can't get out.
I'm not going to lie. I look at Twitch and I think about flea markets. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's where I go to get used old Voltron.
You mean like the classified page in the newspaper?
I don't know why I feel that way. I like Twitch. I really like the panels on your Twitch page. Yeah. I love that. So I don't know why I love that so much. The ability to design your Twitch channel page and make it look however the fuck you want it to look.
Check out Trey's page, yo.
I can put in there.
Twitch is beautiful in that regard, and they actually have the highest quality settings. Besides, YouTube has some good quality settings, but Facebook is shit as far as that's go. You everything about your quality on Facebook.
My entire gaming, my personal Swiss cheese looks nothing compared to my gaming page, because it's just totally out of. It's like it's not organized at all. It's all out of whack. You gotta look for shit. Look for shit.
Well, even on your Facebook business page, like your gaming page, you're stuck with what Facebook wants it to look like outside of the cover photo and your profile photo. So Twitch giving you the ability to like customize like whole sections is amazing. I love that.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I do like that. I was well impressed with Trey's layout, man. I was like, yo, go check it out, people. When you get a chance, go check out his layout, yo.
That boy's always on top of it, though.
We've always had a lot of help. We don't get there by ourselves. We reach out, we engage others, and we learn from other people, and that's what helps us become great or, you know, better than mediocre or whatever. However you want to look at it, it's not by an individual person doing anything. It's a group of people, a team of people, and being open and asking for help and giving help when you requested of it. So
exactly.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "There's no such thing as a self-made man."
Oh, if you're looking to dabble in Facebook, go try it out. You know, go try it out. Go check it out. You're gonna come across a very different audience and a very different experience because you're gonna have people that know you there. Do you know what I mean? Like if you use your personal profile and things like that. Do you know what I mean? But if you're someone who's looking, so if you change it around, instead of someone who's looking to try Facebook, if you're just looking to start streaming. Forget about any platform. If you're just thinking, oh man, I want to try streaming, I want to learn about it, I want to see what it's like, I think everyone here would suggest start on Facebook, man. It's a good starting place. It's a good starting point. You will learn everything you need to about Twitch and YouTube, and you know it's a good beginning point, right? You think?
Yeah, it's the lowest barrier to entry in streaming. Like it's the path of least resistance to start streaming. So
I couldn't have put that better.
Like, drop your links. I want to see it.
That is so important. So when you start streaming, you need to. Okay, so each platform has its own program where you have to level up in. You have to meet certain requirements, and after you meet those requirements, you then open the next set of features. And then you have to meet another set of requirements to open those set of features. And they all have names and stuff like, you know, partnerships and this and that. And what Rye pointed out is so important. Like, you know, out of the three main platforms that we look at, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, Facebook's requirements to level up, as in to enable you to receive donations and money and stars and whatnot, Facebook is the lowest, right? Where YouTube is the highest and Twitch is like in the middle.
You have to stream a minimum of 4 hours in 2 weeks. That's it. That's 2 days in a row for it's. However you do the math, the 2 + 2 is 5 sometimes to me, but like, However you do the math, 4 hours in 2 weeks is simple. And I thought I was gonna have a hard time doing it at first because I never streamed. I was like, "What the fuck? What do I do? Like, how do I make this happen?" But then it was easy. It's easy. It's easy. Stream on Facebook if you're starting out. Stream on Facebook.
Yeah,
because you're gonna change. Your goals are gonna change. Your ideas are gonna change. Your wants and needs are gonna change. The people you meet are gonna change. Like,
oh my god, bro! Oh my god, bro! That was the biggest thing of Facebook. The fact that I met you three. That was the biggest thing for Facebook. Oh my days, bro! I didn't even mention that the whole time.
Shoot off.
Yeah, like
together.
That's why you're pulling all the points out.
It's like Defy said, like Facebook being eternally grateful to Facebook is a real thing moving forward. Like always and forever, I'll be thankful for this past year because I learned a lot. I learned a lot about stuff technically. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about different people. I learned a lot about different people from different parts of the world, and I met good friends. So it's like, there's and it doesn't matter. Like, right? If you don't choose Facebook, it doesn't matter. It just do something. Facebook is just the easiest to get going, in my opinion.
Easiest way to get started.
Somebody might watch this and go in the comments and be like, "God damn, fuck Facebook, you stupid motherfucker."
Hey, I want to hear that.
I'm sorry, guys.
I want to hear why.
I'm sorry, I cuss.
Out of 4 different people here, we all agree starting out Facebook. You start out. I mean, if you're starting out and you want to try it, just see where it goes. Facebook. That's what you need to, and then venture off after that.
Do it.
Here. If y'all got any questions about how to get started on Facebook, you can always reach out to us too. Just drop a comment, whatever the case may be, we got you.
Do it.
Do it! If you got any questions, make sure drop a comment. Let us know. We'll help out if we can. We appreciate you guys rolling through. Thank you for joining us for Streamers Talk, and we'll see you next time. Adios.